What's going on, PBO people? It's me, the Alabama Alakazams, Ben, back with another video. Semifinals, Whitest Raven, aka the Boston Banettes, versus Beep Boop, aka the Blasphemous Blacephalons. Recording right now. Alright, and I'm here with Orange. Say hello.
No, I don't think I will.
And I'm here with Kuma.
Hello.
This is a very interesting matchup. I'm assuming that the early game breaker here for Beep Boop is this Deoxys Speed, because there is no Dark type on Raven's side. So the what's it called? The Expanding Forces, the Specs or Life Orb Expanding Forces.
For attacks.
Oh, but it's not Breaker Dio Speed. That's unfortunate. I think Breaker Dio Speed's pretty good here.
Please don't be the hazard lead. Please don't be the hazard lead. Please don't be the
Raven
hazard lead.
Raven has no removal.
Wait, this is Sunset. There's no boots here. Yes.
The Bex Caliber is pretty strong here, I'd say. Especially if it can get a bit of a speed, like +2, because then Blaziken can't outspeed it. Or Blaziken doesn't even outspeed it, because Blaziken's shit base speed, right?
There's the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Bax, yeah, okay. If Bax gets to +1, I mean this Jet Punch kills if it's the if it's banded.
Baby Palafin?
Yep, Baby Palafin kills with Jet Punch here.
Fairly sure they're not banded.
That's unfortunate.
Why
wow,
they're a subset for
Claude.
Yeah.
So Bax is here.
Yeah, there's not really a Palafin resist. I mean, there's never a Palafin resist, but like, there's really not a Palafin resist.
See, this is why DOS going for so many points. Anything can lead and click rocks and then die, which is what this thing seems to do every single time.
But then you get the Life Orb for attack set, and it's like
that's banded. I mean, that's banded. It has to be.
Oh, they must have swapped it.
Because my thing is saying 48 to 57 with band, and that's no defense.
I remember Raven was worried about Blaziken, like because he had no Blaziken switching.
That makes sense. Yeah, Blaziken does roll d6, huh? Without the Palafin.
Yeah, if it's not Jet Punch or banded. Yep.
But because it's banded Jet Punch, it's a complete non-issue because it comes in and it does 100%, like no matter what.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it has Zen. I'm sure it has Zen or Ice Punch or something like that, and that would 2-hit KO Claude for sure. So I think banded's like okay here.
It depends on what this Claude is.
Yeah, the fact they're not going Claude makes me think it might be unaware instead of, which would make sense because it annihilates here and stuff like that. And if it is unaware, this Palafin's really problematic. Like Wave Crash and shit like that just absolutely annihilates everything.
I think that's what Blacephalons is realizing right now.
Yeah.
I think he has to go Moon here.
And to think, this could all be yours this season in FPL, Kuma.
I probably am just gonna go and ignore fucking Manu.
Anyway, but if he isn't unaware, I mean, we'll see right here, because you have to go... He's probably calculating that it's banded, so he knows it's banded. Okay, he goes in DD... that does stop Jet Punch. That is stop Jet Punch.
Okay, the Indeedee does make the Blaziken a little harder.
Yeah.
So...
The only switch in to Expanding Force is Tink. The only switch in. Everything else gets 2-hit KO'd.
And I would abuse the heck out of that.
This is a 2-hit KO.
You get enough chip.
Easily. Oh, that was a scar. That was a crit. That's really unfortunate.
This is AV.
Yeah, that crit was super unfortunate. Because if it's AV and for that to be a crit, that tells me this isn't Specs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it might be Scarf. So you can't stay in, because if it's Scarf and you die to Expanding Force, you have to go Tink.
It could also be Terrain Extender.
You cannot.
There's the balloon.
You cannot afford to die to Expanding Force there.
This thing also has Pickpocket.
Because when I had Indeedee way back like 2 years ago now in Kingpins, I ran Scarf all the time. It was like my #1 set with Scarf. Scarf
So
trick.
this tank,
Versus me, I ran supportive all the time. I ran
this
like
tank might
Encore.
steal an item. Well, actually, it will steal an item. It wasn't Mold Breaker.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna steal an item unless it's the It has another shit ability.
It's on tempo, but
Yeah,
I don't think it would be on tempo.
yeah. Core of knock.
Here's Core.
Rocks. Okay, so he's gonna force a defog or the rocks stay up. But I feel like rocks are way worse for Raven than for Beep Boop. So I would assume Beep Boop is just gonna keep him up.
I would just U-turn here. Like I don't even think you care about your item getting stolen.
Yeah, I unless the Corp is iron defense. But I feel like
just like sure, right.
Sandy Shocks probably comes out here on the U-turn. I do think it's slightly in Beep Boop's favor right now, even though he's down a Pokemon. So it's Annihilate. Is this an iron defense?
He's gonna go Annihilate on the U-turn.
Okay,
Like that.
yeah, that's good.
That's +1 Rage Fist. That's great.
Yep. You go back to what's the Terra on this?
Though. This is a problem.
That's Fairy.
This is Fairy.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's Fairy. And then I think either Blacephalons didn't bring his Terra Captain, or this Claude is Terra, and it's Terra Ground.
I believe it is Terra Glod. Or I don't remember, and I'm not gonna look it up because
I think he did some transactions, but I don't remember if it included removing Claude Terra.
Hey, Pseudo Draft is moving.
I mean, this is bad, right? I actually don't know what you do against this Annihilate because you can't kill it. It has to be in DD, I think. Or I guess,
You
yeah.
have to go back and
Spaghetti
he's just gonna Terra, and it's not gonna kill.
Yeah, this expanding force is gonna do like 35%.
It's going to bounce.
Yeah, 35% is decent. I feel like I just said he was winning. His ways of winning are kind of running out. Beep Boop.
Okay, the Claude is still Terra, and it is Terra Ground.
Oh, if it actually
Right.
So Psychic Noise, that's interesting.
So here's something kind of crazy.
Knock. Okay.
If that's Rage Fist, Drain Punch only, Annihilate, Psychic Noise, and DD does wall it. If it's like,
I think the Roaring Moon could do this.
It could. It needs to not take too much chip because if it gets down to like 35%, Banded Jet Punch will kill it. Like,
yeah, and Eye Shard is definitely.
Yeah, so like the double priority makes things tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like he's not Terrain Extender.
All right. I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive this is Scarf. So I wonder if Raven played it like it was Scarf before.
I think this is Terrain Extender.
Oh yeah. Because it went for 8 turns. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So free U-turn. And that's easy chip.
This U-turn will do like 40.
It'll do a fuck ton. Indeed, he's really frail.
Yeah, I would actually go. I wouldn't even go Corviknight here.
Why are you a Terrain Extender? Who benefits other than DOS, who you insta-sacked?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was for DOS, or it was just.
Thought it was really guard against.
If you're gonna do this Terrain Extender stuff, I think you've completely misaligned who should be setting up hazards and who your win cons should be. I think DOS should be a much bigger offensive. Like I think this expanding force like specs works because Raven has Incineroar, who he brings like never. He never brings the Incineroar. I feel like that. So I feel like calling this works, but you have to commit to it and like not make DOS your lead. Dead, like instant dead. You should have.
But I think it's for the Blaziken. I think it's the guard against Jeff.
Yeah, I think it's for Blaziken, but I don't know if Blaziken can do it.
I think it has Psychic Seed. I don't know why, but I think it has Psychic Seed
for the Spadef.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
there's some
I feel like
crazy,
a damage booster would be better.
Maybe there's some crazy like spread here. Like a +1 Spadef, you can take a Torrent Hurricane. I don't know. But here's the Claude side. I don't like this at all.
Alright, well it worked. And now he can Terra Ground and he'll wall this.
Yeah.
Alright, he can do that. Cool.
The poison does nothing for him, right? I guess resist Drain Punch, but
Goodbye, Moon.
Yeah.
But this ape is at 150 base power, right?
All these nicknames are named after Kuma.
Yeah, I don't know why. Don't.
I think it's at 100. I believe it didn't get hit by the.
Or we just have a Shuckleberry.
Why? Okay.
That works too.
Why would you have a Shuka when you can? Whatever.
Okay.
And why not?
He probably forgot to change the Terra. No, it is the Terra Capped. That's like
Okay, now he
Oh
grounds.
shit, we got baited.
But why would you have a Shuka when you could just whatever?
That's spit off drop. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the Spidef drop actually does suck bad, but you can still recover because you can still recover like once more probably.
Yeah,
You
it
can
won't.
have
It
a
won't
core here.
kill.
It's Raven. He's not clicking Volt Switch.
You underestimate Raven for real. Dude.
No, I don't. I can reverse sweep him with a Genesect.
This
and
is
I'm doing
all
great.
interesting. I feel like maybe you go to Kuma to get your regenerator health back, but you only recover you recover very little. Okay. Oh, Claude's dead. I don't like that at all. I feel like that's a good trade for Raven.
I think he's baiting. I mean, he's baiting Raven to go Palathan, but this is just a. You go Ape or Bax.
Yeah, Ape is pretty
You go Ape
free.
and claim your kill, yeah.
I think if Bax gets toxic, Raven might lose.
Yeah, I mean, Zod did tell Raven to No, wait. Oh yeah, it didn't. Okay, yeah. The ape did take the psychic. It's just
didn't.
the U-turn.
Yeah, just the U-turn. So it's at 100. He might be water absorb.
Oh, Raven said. Okay. Apparently, Raven has the wrong Terra type.
On his ape. That's tough. What did he want to be?
Probably poison, I'd guess.
Oh, so he can't
doesn't
get
get,
toxic.
Toxic.
So he wants to set up on this thing, I'm guessing. I can't tell who's going to win from here.
Death trap.
So, like, the win cons are Bax and Blaziken, right?
Bax.
I feel like
Oh,
Blaziken
wait.
might have it. I don't know.
Actually, this ape isn't bulk up. It's Scarf,
Huh.
I think, unless they changed it.
Okay, so you could go ape and click CC, and there's no actual switching where Core's at. That's probably the best play, actually. Yeah, he does, and he does go ape, and I think he's got to click CC. And nothing wants that. So Beep Boop has to sack something. It's probably this Clodsire. Then you go Core V. Click Roost.
Yeah. Dude, Blaziken's it's so funny that it's so funny to me that Annihilate is faster than Blaziken.
It is pathetically slow. Or Blaziken. Blaziken is pathetically slow.
Oh, Blaziken's the chicken. And Annihilate is an angry ghost. That makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense for an angry ghost to be faster than a chicken.
Well, Ape actually got slower on death. He was faster as an alive monkey.
Yeah. He's 5 points slower.
So not angry that it lost 5 points in speed. And then gained everything else, but sure.
Okay, this is gonna be CC. So he's only gonna have 8 turns of only 8 turns left.
Alright, boys, again, here we go.
Yeah, Blaziken probably has to go for it here.
I don't know. Well, actually, no, he can't. He can't.
He probably has to
He
protect.
can't go Blaziken.
Yeah, he protects, then he SDs, lives, and gets the second speed boost. And
Does he live though?
Does he love a rage
One-
from here? Yeah.
no, not Rage Fist, CC.
It's
I-
CC.
He does go
Does he-
Blaziken.
Oh,
he's
he's boots.
boots.
He's boots.
I think from 100 you live 1.
It's probably starter bulk, right?
Yeah, Blaziken's not like super frail. You cannot SD here though. You have to protect then SD. He has to recognize when it's CC. It's almost always Scarf. He's got to recognize that.
Yeah.
Because if he SDs here, thinking he'll outspeed the next turn, he loses the game. It's over. Because this Blaziken needs to work like right here. Because Roaring Moon isn't going to have the Psychic Terrain turns. Bax is going to be able to Ice Shard it, and then, Rocks plus Ice Shard plus Jet Punch. It's just not enough. It has to be like Blaze Kick or something.
Blaze Kick.
Because
Oh.
it can't use. If he's Flare Blitz, he's gonna kill himself after. Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
he's
the
gonna take
protect.
himself out to recoil. Uh-oh.
Okay.
So now you
we're
SD.
committing.
Now you Swords Dance.
Temper Flare. I think it's Temper Flare.
Probably. But yeah, he has to be like Fire Punch so he doesn't die.
Because this is gonna bring him down to like 80 to like.
Unless he goes
10%.
for double protect.
No, you shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, I think that's.
And also, you have to SD. Palafin will live. The CC.
Yeah, Palafin will live if it's not.
Take my Patron, Gwen. Don't do it.
Especially because it's not Life Orb. Like it easily lives.
Even at -1 defense. Pain.
No, this doesn't live. Like you can kill this right now, but the Palafin comes in right after. If you want to get the sweep off, which I think if he wants to win, he has to do right here. You have to SD.
I think
here.
he takes his kill and then he goes hard Roaring Moon.
He's gonna run out of Psychic Terrain turns. CC, SD, Blitz. I don't like that.
Whoa, he was going to die to the Palafin anyway.
Yeah, I guess he died. He died
Finn?
blitzing anyways, right? Tough.
Finn will
Yeah,
just
maybe
win
this
now, right?
maybe this Roaring Moon is the GOAT, you know?
No, Finn just wins. He locks into Drain or CC, whatever, on Finn and clicks it. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Yeah, Finn can just come in and click fighting move.
Banded Moon kill.
Banded
Not
Outrage.
probably not.
Banded Outrage would
Banded
kill.
Outrage, yeah.
So then you go Tink, and then it's because Tink would kill, like he'd outrage into Tink, and he would, and then it would be Clodsire and Corviknight versus Bax and Torn. I gotta think Bax and Torn win that eventually. Especially Bax.
Could be one, but throw up chat.
I mean, this is interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what Blasphemous does from this position, but I feel like Raven should just always go Finn and just click fighting move.
Yeah, that's kind of the you go Corviknight and then hope you take one, like hope you get the roost off, like
Okay.
Yeah. Then Corv.
This is gonna be a wave crash.
You can bait
are
it,
you
maybe
Water
from
Absorb
before.
Claude?
Yeah, you have to be.
Go
Yeah,
go Claude, double the
like I feel
double
like
the
knowing
core.
that you have to always just click fighting move. If you banded, you CC for sure, right?
All right,
Yeah,
fighting
gotta bait
move.
it. Gotta bait it out.
Oh, wave crash. Oh, it's not though. It was unaware.
It's not unaware. Yeah, it goes
Okay,
wrong.
and he's got his opportunity.
Just
Okay,
wave
here we
crash
go, here we
again.
go, here we go,
Just
here we
wave
go.
crash again.
Yeah, you can't let this DD for free. There's no point going tank. Just wave crash again.
Wave crash again, then go tank. And let it die. And honestly, let Torn die. And then go back.
You can ice shite it. Yeah.
But you gotta wave crash here. And if he outrage kills you, he outrage kills you. Nothing else kills. Knock doesn't kill. Knock is a roll to kill if he's banded. Okay, so yeah, wave crash. This is gonna do a boatload. I mean, holy cow.
Oh wow, yeah, no.
Finn is
wow.
that guy. And now you go
Oh,
Tink.
why do they tell me this guy's bad? Bro. They might
Okay, he
hate me.
sacks.
Or we sack
That's
Paladin.
that's
Okay.
unoptimal,
I think
but I
that's
think
fine.
it's fine. As long as Bax has
fine.
shard. As long as Bax has shard, it's fine.
Back should have shard. It
And
did
surely
on the
Bax
face
can
that I
beat a
saw.
Corviknight at
Yeah.
48% or however much. I can't do math, Jesus Christ. 38%.
It's as long as it's
it
not
should be
Iron
fine.
Defense
You just
core,
have to
there should be
You just
no
have to
way.
stall out the fucking terrain. I mean, even if it's Iron Defense Core, that means it's press, probably solo move, and Torn can just heat wave it, surely.
If it has heat wave, yeah.
Surely we have heat wave.
I think you go Torn here. Just in case he decides to Earthquake. And if he doesn't, then you go Tink. Or I guess he's set. But you need to, because you need 2 turns anyways, right?
Yeah, you need 2 turns.
So I think you go Torn here.
Going Torn on an Earthquake would be like
Yeah,
optimal.
you're going Torn because you have to sack Torn if you lose this here anyways, right?
Yeah.
This might be close if he loses Tink and Torn.
But like backs, yeah.
Probably should have kept the
Blasphemous' play is
Palafin.
never to swap.
Probably
It's
should have kept
never
the
to swap.
Palafin.
Yeah, you probably should just sack Tink, right?
Yeah. Probably should have sacked Tink to knock, or I mean, yeah, knock might have been a roll. No, it's not. But sack Tink to knock. Honestly, it might have been Palafin last mon because I think Jet Punch would have killed after rocks. I feel like you could have sacked all 3.
For sure.
I think you
For
could sack
sure, it
all
would've
3 and
killed.
then Palafin comes in and clicks Jet Punch twice and probably wins. That's probably the optimal play. Okay.
Okay, Raven just resent the pace. Yeah, it is
It is shard. All right.
yeah, it is shard.
All right. So this should be over. Shard
You
into.
just
I'm
sack
assuming.
these two.
Yeah. I'm assuming you have crash.
Yeah, he has crash.
Yeah. Shard into crash should end this game.
Should be free. Yeah. There's nothing Blasphemous can do.
Yeah. Optimal probably was to sack out all 3 and then go back to Finn and click Jet twice, but this works too. Blasphemous could go Corviknight. Does this Torn have Heat Wave?
No, it's focus blast.
Okay, he could. You'd like Dragon Dance to kill this, go Corviknight, and then spam Roost. And then if he gets healthy enough, he could win. I don't know if he'll recognize that that's what he has to do, because this could have Heat Wave, right? But he could like let this die.
Yeah.
And then go Corv to get the Roosts off. But even then, I'm assuming it's Dragon Dance, right? Ice Shard or Sword Stance.
It's
or
Sword
something?
Stance.
Yeah, Sword Stance. He's not going to be able to stop it. Because I'm assuming it's solo Brave Bird. Usually U-turn doesn't have the body press Iron Defense stuff. I'm assuming it's solo Brave Bird attacking move. Like Defog Roost. That kind of stuff. That'll do like 40, like 30% maybe to backs.
Apparently Corv lives in Icicle Crash.
At 30? At 38.
Yeah.
You probably Sword Stance then. If I had to guess, you probably Sword Stance.
Probably. But yeah, if it's probably not body press, right?
I doubt it. I mean, maybe it's solo body press, but I doubt it's Iron Defense body press.
I think that might be enough though.
Solo body press. Iron Head. Okay. Goes away. Bax comes in. This is a shard. No hesitation.
Blasphemous never swaps. Yep.
Corvi. Swords Dance.
Yeah, I guess you have to SD, right?
If it's telling you that Crash doesn't kill, my thing's saying Crash. Oh, but that's banded. This is like, yeah, Crash
It
doesn't
is
kill.
two
It's actually
fifty-two.
very pathetic how little Crash does.
It's 252 adamant. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to SD Roost. All right, it should be over. This
Roost.
does too much.
Alright.
It does too much
Yeah.
for Crash.
62. Yeah. It
He
is
does
solo
have body press. Okay, so if he misses this Crash,
So, yeah, it comes down to a miss.
or how much is Ice Shard? Ice Shard kills. I'm seeing max HP, max defense. Ice Shard kills. Okay, he glaives. That also works. Yeah.
Please, whatever. Yeah.
GG's. Close one. Yeah, the terrain extender was gooping.
Yeah.
I think.
Center was really good.
Yeah, that was a really close one. I think maybe the misplay was, considering it came down to priority, was the Indeedee sack on the ape. If you got like
Yeah,
one
for
more,
sure.
like, because imagine if he sacked, because Clodsire did nothing, right? Imagine he sacked Clodsire, then went Indeedee or something, or like then went
Yeah. I think
Blaziken, and then
if he
kept.
sacked,
If he sacked Clodsire, went Blaziken, traded Blaziken, because Blaziken didn't end up needing it, traded Blaziken for Annihilate, and then set up with Moon, and then went in DD and then set up with Moon, I think he had the turns to win the game.
Agreed.
All right, and that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Peace out.